Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot in the Pagan Perspective. Real quick, I'm going to flip you guys around. You're going to see something cool. And that right there is the prettiest little kitty in the world, or one of the two prettiest little kitties in the world, as I see them. And her name's Jelly, that's my familiar. So this week we're actually doing kind of because of the auditions that we had come in, and thank you to the people that have put in their audition videos. I think we're still picking the subs or the picking the members out of the auditions. I think we might have one or two more people to vote for it. So, yeah. Thank you to those who put in your audition videos. And so, inspired by that, Cara has suggested that we actually do an audition video of our own, since even though we're already hosts, do an audition video and kind of describe who we are and what we're all about, that type of thing, along with our history on Pagan Perspective. So, even though we're not going to get kicked off if we don't have a good audition video. I actually even had to go back and watch my original audition video, and I think I might have to take that down off of YouTube because it's completely embarrassing. And, yeah, I don't know if I can ever let that see the light of day again. Hey, I don't even have a hard copy of that anymore, I don't think. Anyway, so, moving on. A couple of the questions that Cara has sent us, I'm going to just do it like I do any other week. I'm going to read through the question, and I'm going to give my answer. So, who are you? And as I said, my name is Rich. My personal channel is ChristoWitch2005. I haven't posted on there in about 2.5 years-ish. So, yeah, I'm going to try to get, my personal channel up and running again. So, yeah, hopefully it actually works out this time. Every time I seem to try to want to spin it up again, it doesn't quite work out. So, and moving on, what do you feel you bring to the channel? I feel that I bring, and just so you guys know, I do have all this written out, so I'm not sitting there stuttering and have a 10-minute video like my previous take has taken. So, what do you feel that you bring to the channel? I feel that I bring the perspective of a path less traveled. I was one of the few Christo-pagans, or Christian Wiccans, that I found on YouTube, and the first on Pagan Perspective. I'm still quite unique, I guess, and with how my path is structured, as I see the Christian God as the all, thus encompassing the female and male aspect of deity, and then I use my ancestors in the place of a goddess. If there's actually a technical term for this, I have no clue what it is, so if you know, please leave a comment in the bottom bar. That would be much obliged, because currently there is, to my knowledge, no actual wording of what that label is. So, and if anything, I'll just come up with my own label. But then again, I don't like labels because labels are for soup cans. I made a video on it a while back on this channel, I believe. So, what's your hosting style? I guess if I had to put a label on it, as much as I hate labels, my label would have to be considered uncomfortable talking head, because it doesn't matter how many videos I do, I'm still uncomfortable. Page 1, done. So, now I'm Paul Harvey, everyone. So, moving on. How long have you been on Pagan Perspective? I came on as part of the gang in around 2010. Yeah, it was like 2010, I believe. That's whenever my audition video was up. And I came on as a sub. I came on with Annie and Feather. Oh, excuse me. I'm coming down with a cold, I think. So, yeah, I came on with Annie and Heather and then or Annie and Feather, I'm sorry, apologies, Feather. I came on with those two around 2010, late 2010, and Feather and Annie both moved to regular spots, and then I followed soon after. And yeah, whenever Annie left the channel, I kind of moved up, and then Feather, she ended up leaving the channel. I haven't talked to Annie in quite a while. It's probably been a year or two. Last I heard, she moved down to down to a house by the beach, and she was living quite well. I do see her post every so often on Facebook, and I need to actually get in touch with her again, because I haven't talked to her in a while, and I miss her. So, and also Feather. I mean, Feather's a great person. Her and Dancing Rabbit sent me runestones again. Thank you guys so much. It meant so much to me that somebody would send something like that to me. How long have you... Oh, I already read that one. Okay, anyway, I came on as a regular host around 2011, 2012-ish. I can't remember exactly. My mind is kind of shot. And just so you're wondering, I'm actually running on low sleep right now, so yeah, that's kind of why I'm a little wonky today. What did you imagine that you'd get out of the pagan perspective? And this is actually a hard one for me to answer. Anyway, I got a text from somebody. Anyway, this is a hard one for me. I guess it would be friends, and I've made friends since I've been here. Annie, Feather, Evan. I know he watches this channel. And Evan, I'm sorry I haven't called you lately or texted you lately, but just been a little busy. So, but definitely probably going to be calling you soon. So have your phone near, or at least text. So anyway, so friends was a big one. Awareness for a different viewpoint. It seemed like there was only Wiccans and Druids and what else? Basically, I'd say Gardenarian Wiccans, but that's Wicca in general. Anything solitary eclectic. It seemed like that was the only thing out on YouTube, and because it's not a huge portion of people out there that are Christo-pagan in a sense, I figured it would bring another viewpoint and a little bit of an awareness for this type of path. And of course, personal growth, number 3. What has your experience been since? My experience since has, as a host, I've moved from Kansas to New Jersey, and I'm going to go just through everything here. My experience not only on the channel, but also in personal life. So, I've moved to Jersey. I've gotten to do a complete restart on my life, kind of ish. I got a house, finally have an altar room, watch the videos, it's awesome. So, I've started a business, actually I've started a couple businesses and closed one. And, yeah, and one of them is actually a metaphysical supply store, but that I'm doing kind of like eBay and trying to get that up and running. But my other one is antiques and collectibles. So yeah, I've had a lot of things happen since then, since becoming a host. And I've also learned a lot. We get a lot of questions in that I would have never considered even being asked. There's some questions that come in, and I see it whenever Cara sends out the email, and I say, and I shoot Cara a text. I'm like, girl, what? And she's like, yeah, I know. I never thought of that question either. So I'm like, okay, what do I do now? So it's actually forced me to learn more and see things from different perspectives. It's actually broadened my point of view and made me consider things that I otherwise wouldn't have even thought possible. And a little bit about my personal channel. I've kind of been taking a big back seat to that since especially since I moved here, probably within the last 2 or so odd years. I've been in and out of relationships. Nothing major since, you know, for a couple years, or nothing huge since a couple years. But I've been in and out of relationships, and this last year has been especially hard for me. I've dealt with a lot of loss this year, and that made me, or within the past year, not within the 5 days that encompass this year. So, okay there. I've had a lot of family members die. I've had a lot of friends that have died this year. And it's actually made me look at, the wheel of the year a little bit more in the life aspect as it pertains to me, in the death and rebirth of, if it's a death of a human being, I don't necessarily, I don't want to say subscribe to the belief of reincarnation, but I don't believe in reincarnation, whether it is or is not something that's true. For me, it's not something that I've personally felt in my life and in my path. So it's been something that I look at as a death of somebody and a birth of something else. So this year I've actually dedicated this entire year to be a year of change in my life. And what do you hope to gain as we move forward? I hope to gain knowledge, experience, and I hope to make my life an example of what happens when you allow yourself to be yourself. So even though I well overshot the 10 minutes that I said I was going to not go over, I think I've covered everything, and hopefully I don't have to make a long video like this again, because Cara is going to give me a hellacious tongue lashing. Please be gentle, Cara. I will talk to you all next week. Until then, may you have a great day and a better tomorrow. Bye-bye.